everybody. Welcome to Galactica Musings. I'm Elizabeth, and I am, I think, experiencing some latency here from my internet. No, it's working. Okay, wonderful. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. I scheduled this live uh, about 20 minutes ago, and I forgot to post it, post the notice on my social account so that you could have time, to come here. And I I had a friend who sent me a message, and I clicked on the link, and I started watching the video, and I completely forgot I was here scheduled. I had this live. Oh my goodness, what happens to our attention when we are on the internet? It's just unbelievable. And even though I am aware of it and I'm very careful to know where I put my attention, and in fact, I turn my cell phone off completely. It's been weeks now because the notices and the constant notifications drive me crazy, and I couldn't concentrate on a single train of thought, and you kind of got a little bit stupid. And here I'm having trouble doing this. Anyway, thank you for being here. I made notes on the latest video from Mary, the latest news, especially concerning news. To me, it's very concerning, the increased activity of the Orion Grays, who are passing off as the little gardeners. And apparently the Federation is being permissive and allowing this to happen. So what the Taigetans and the Urmas have found out is that the information that the equivalent of a transponder that the Orion Grays from the aircraft they're using, it's using codes that are particular to the gardeners, little gardeners. Now, as you all know, the little gardeners, they are the ones who have a special license, as they say, to be able to abduct, us humans. And it is alarming, because how do we know now that we're being abducted by these gardeners, which are positive, they're doing their job, and not these Orion Grays? Now, how are we supposed to know that? I have no idea. It is alarming, yes, most certainly. So there's this one thing that said, Mary said that even though the little gardeners are they're positive, they can be, what did she say? They are as emotionally disturbing as the ones from Orion. And that is true. I can confirm that. How? I'm not sure. But yes, they are emotionally disturbing to us, Lyrians, humans, like us. And even though they are positive, they freak you out if you see them. So you can't really tell one from the other. And in that regard, it's not like you're gonna meet them and feel like, this, and be like if you meet a Taigetan, for example. You're not gonna find you're not gonna be emotionally stable the same way as you would be with a Taigetan. So you could be, if you ever come across an Orion Gray and someone says, "Oh no, that's a little gardener," you won't be able to tell them apart. because they are disturbing to us anyway. So yes, that's disturbing news, to be honest, for Mary. I'm glad she said it, um, because it concerns us directly. So it's a good thing that they realize what is happening with that. Now they've also noticed that as the Orion Grays, the 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 traffic, the new traffic of Orion Grays, as it goes up, the traffic from the little grays, the gardeners, the positive ones, go down. Why is that? It shouldn't be. It should be, the little gardeners should be having the same amount of presence that they always have, and it shouldn't coincide. There's opposite effect when the Orion Grays are unusually coming in and out of the earth. So what's going on there? What's the manipulation there? It's actually, it is supported by the Galactic Federation, obviously. They are denying that there is anything wrong going on, obviously. It's quite disturbing, actually, that to me. Mm, and as Mary said, that the Orion Grays now, they are the second most numerous star rays around the Earth and inside the Earth. And, oh, I've lost you. Only second to the Alphratans. Yep, only second to the Alphratans. Yes, 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 most certainly. Uh, and the thing is that the Orion Grays have are able to just roam around the Earth, go in and out without any trouble. And all the other star races, including Tigetans, they have to follow uh, ridiculous rules, many many rules. They have to follow protocols, etc., etc., and they're not getting the Orion Grays don't have that. Why is that? Why the difference? I mean, they should follow the same rules that everyone is following, isn't it? So they don't have the same restrictions as the other star races have. My goodness. And so that's alarming. What can we do about it? I have no idea. I mean, what could I do? I have no idea if I'm being abducted by the little um, gardeners or by the Orion Grays. So I guess the only thing we have to I don't know if it helps. That's the thing. I don't know if having our high frequency, being in our own little bubble, as they say, does it help? Oh goodness, I hope it does. Should I wear more crystals? I'm being funny there, but um, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, what do I do? What do we do? What can we do? Can we do anything? Only our star families can do something about it. Can they take care of us in that respect? I hope so. I mean, I hope they're able to interfere with if I'm having, for example, an Orion Gray come and abduct me. Can they get and do something? Oh my God, I hope so. What do you think? Do you think that your star family is able to do something about it? And anyway, the Federation is denying any problems there, obviously. And as it has been confirmed, and they know now that the whole galactic quadrant is being managed by the Galactic Federation that has its headquarters in Saturn. And as we all know, I've got a Sonic, and as we know that nobody is able to go to Saturn because they have the Alphratans in their spacecrafts as security guards, and they do not allow anyone in. That's not transparency to me at all. That's quite alarming. I mean, what are they hiding? Why do they have to hide something? Especially from the races who are part of the Federation. They should be allowed in. Why all the secrecy? But you never get a straight answer from the Galactic Federation, apparently. That's what it seems like, doesn't it? Right? Let me see. Sorry, I didn't give anyone time to come here. Thank you for being here. I'm saying hello. Mary Juarez, how are you? Wonderful to see you here. Lair Garza, I think she has said before the gardeners work by themselves. Yeah, they work by themselves. They don't work with anyone else. So why are the Orion Grays doing apparently the work? That's what it feels like, that the Orion Grays are doing the work that the gardeners are supposed to be doing. Because if their presence has increased, the Orion Grays has increased, while the gardeners have decreased, it just tells me that they are doing what the gardeners are doing, but they work by themselves, alone. I mean, if we knew that the gardeners work with others, then we would kind of say, okay, maybe they are working together. But they work alone, as you say. Yes, they do. They work alone. Now I remember, you're right. They work alone. Yeah, we want answers. We want answers from the Federation. What's going on here? Also, they haven't heard much from the Tortons. 3 months now. It's been 3 months. Last time they heard anything from them. Even though the Tortons say that they are positive, they've shown that they're not positive to us, to the Lyrian races, to the humans. So what are the Tortons doing? They know that they work from the Viera. And they are here. I've got these notes here, and she says that it's been 3 months since they've heard from the Tortons. They are sneaky, the Tortons. I find them sneaky for some reason. But my internet's going crazy. But they know that they are pulling important strings in the local federation, and safe to say that also at the Saturn level, the one that controls this solar system. So they are quiet. Mm. Also, Mary said that there are 500 cadets and experienced Taigetans who are wanting to come and help. So definitely things are burning up in the orbit. As you can see in Mary's video, you see the Galactic Federation logo, and you see it, these flames. So for me, things are heating up, and I think they have their hands full. I wonder what the other 900 Taigetans that were supposed to uh, be part of the second contact, are they now doing something else? I'm sure they are. Well, I hope they are, because I think they're going to need all the help that they can get. So things are, there's a lot of things going on, and I'm just expectant. I hope, because you tend to think that, well, I am tending to think now that this is, there is a war that's going to start here. Um, and you kind of think the worst, catastrophe style. But what if the opposite happens? What if the opposite happens? What if things start getting better now? Why think the worst, right? I have to admit, I'm kind of thinking the worst. And then someone said, well, what happens if it's the opposite? What if things are going to just explode a little bit and they're going to start getting better? God, I hope so. I definitely hope so. Well, that's the idea, isn't it? The idea is not just to go to war and just have a catastrophe in your hands and just leave everything squashed, dead, lifeless. The idea is to do as little damage as possible and go on a positive to a positive path. Have a positive outcome. That's the whole idea, isn't it? But if things are on fire right now, you are, kind of thinking, okay, so there are things that are not going right, and we're going to hear about some damages. It is alarming. It is concerning. I have to say, I am concerned. It worries me. I think it just worries me. I mean, anything to do with war, I think everybody worries. It's natural, isn't it? I mean, you do worry. You do not want a war. You do not want this type of conflict. I rather have aggressive negotiations, as someone pointed out in my comments. Oh my God, yes, I much rather have that. But I do know what those um, type of negotiations take you, and they take you to this point where you start a war. I think the aggressiveness has gone too far. But then again, the Federation did start a war with the poisoning of Queen Eleanor. Has it been 3 months yet for Queen Eleanor? They said that it would take about 3 months in her medical pod for her to heal. And I think in Earth time, it has been 3 months, because she left for Taygeta about a month ago, wasn't it? So time there is a little slower, right? So every 4 days here is 1 day there. So how does that work? Is it 3 months Earth time we're talking about? or 3 months there. So I wonder how she's doing. If it's 3 months here, then I think it's been 3 months. So I hope she has recovered. I hope she's out of her medical pod and okay. I hope Mary is able to confirm and say something. I hope she's okay. Mary is also saying that everyone is adapting. The 30 or so Tegetans are in the Cyclea, the new spaceship. They are adapting their new home. It's a very different spaceship, so there is an adjustment going on, which I find it quite interesting. I did find interesting the levels that they have, especially the ones that they can adjust the weather, right? The environment inside, so they can follow a certain weather pattern. So they have all the 4 seasons, which is what I was saying in my previous videos. I hope they are able to keep the seasons, this weather, even though it's artificial, I know, but I hope they're able to keep it, and follow all the 4 seasons. So right now, and they decided to do so, at least in some part of the Sariclea. I don't think it's the whole ship. I think it's just a part of it, like 2 floors, I think, or is it just 1 floor? They're going to use it for that. So right now it's autumn, fall, because they're going to follow the seasons of the northern hemisphere. I am on the southern one. So here I am in spring. So you guys up there are in autumn. I call it autumn, fall. Americans, they say fall, right? So I guess the Taygetans are experiencing fall. It's getting a little cooler. And they're going into winter. I hope that makes them feel a little bit less claustrophobic, I guess. I hope they're able to help with their emotional side, their health, and they're able to be more comfortable. It's important for them to be comfortable. And I hope they're doing well in their new spaceship. I'm happy about that. And how are I would like to know how the other cadets are doing, the 900s, the ones that were going to be in the second contact. How are they doing? Are they handling everything well? Are they okay? Are they happy here? Well, as happy as you can get. I don't know if happiness comes into play here, but are they? How is their well-being? Are they okay? I hope so. Also, the assistant, Mary's assistant, Anna. I wonder how Anna's doing. Yeah, how is Anna doing? Mary hasn't said anything. Maybe she's just learning. She's going to need time to adjust, most certainly, because she did arrive at a difficult time. So I guess she's adjusting. She's learning. I'm assuming she's learning Earth languages. I hope she's well. I hope she's doing well. Okay. So it seems. Let me just. I was using my glasses the other day, but let's see if I can see. Yeah, I wonder if Lara, you're right. I wonder if they could, Larry. I wonder if they could ask the gardeners directly. I don't know if they can they? That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, I don't know if they're able to ask. That's a good question. I hadn't thought about that. I want. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Huh? Yeah, this is a good question for Mary. Mary, are you able to talk to the gardeners and ask them? Why, or is it difficult? Is it not possible? What's going on? That's a good question. I'd like to know that. I haven't thought about that. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if they're able to talk to them. I'm sure they can, right? And ask them directly. That's a good idea. Right. Yeah. So Mary keeps saying about there are people that unfortunately are always criticizing them, criticizing the Tibetans. Of course, there's Matrix is always going to be bothering what goes against the Matrix. So you're always going to have trolls. You're always going to have people, and as well, you're always going to have people who disagree, which is fine. I think people who disagree and disagree with you, that's fine. But if they keep disagreeing with you and just annoying you, now that becomes a problem. And go somewhere else. Listen to another race. Go and talk to another race. Go and talk to another people. Why keep disagreeing with someone constantly, putting them down as they are doing with the Tibetans? I mean, what's the point? They're always, obviously, those people are doing it on purpose. They have an agenda, and to be honest, I don't pay attention to them. In fact, I don't look to other channels on YouTube or website. I don't go out of my way at all to look at what others are doing that are going against it. I get them. I'm just not. I did before because I've been following when I learned about the Tibetans disclosure as such about 3 years ago. I was new to all this, and of course, I listened to many of them. I looked for other information on YouTube, on website, etc., etc. I even went to Gaia TV and I listened to many, many videos. And yeah, so I know all about them, not all of them, and I've listened to them. But now I've made my choice. I've made my choice. I know what I feel comfortable with. I know what I like. I know what resonates with me. And everything about the Tibetans to me is just makes sense. It makes sense. And also I feel this close familiarity with them. And I feel I am from Tibet myself, and I feel Tibetan. In fact, I feel I'm in immersion. So I have taken a position, and I'm standing there, and I am following the work that I decided to follow, which is the communication and disregard. My internet is not doing very well. Let me just, one moment, please. Let me just check that I'm actually online. Yes. Okay, so I see myself okay there. Let me just check. Yes, it's working. It's really low. Okay, yes, it is working. It's not. That's the thing. I don't think this is doing very well. My internet's not working very well. Yeah, it's not doing well. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there because something's going on with the internet, and apparently you cannot see me well, and this may not be working. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So I don't really go out of my way now to listen to other people who are talking about extraterrestrials and what's going on, etc. I'm just not. I just decided to be with the Tibetans, follow this disclosure. It makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me. I just feel a familiarity. So I don't know which other people she's talking about, but I'm sure There are, unfortunately, and some of them, they do contradict themselves badly, and some of them, well, I actually decided to. There was one YouTube channel that popped up while I was looking at my own channel, and I decided to just look at it because just to see what they were saying, that they were against the Tagetans and the whole disclosure. They were against Gosha. They were against everything. And I thought, I'm just gonna see what the hell they're talking about. Just just to just to be aware. And I decided, I actually took my time to internet's cutting up, just to listen to the video closely. And I did my homework. I looked at all the images they had. I looked at all the videos, they linked to the videos they provided, and said, listen to this here, listen to this there, and look at the date, and look at this, and look at that. So I took my time to do all the research that they told me they did. And it wasn't even right. It wasn't correct. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you're you first of all, you take it out of context. That's not what she said. It's out of context. Second of all, you don't have all the information. I haven't listened to all the videos. I've listened to all the videos. There are about 1,000 videos with Gosha and Robert's channel. In fact, many of the videos have been removed by YouTube, and I listened to those. There are a lot of videos. So they don't have all the information, so they just start talking. And all the supposedly proof they had about this being fake, it's all wrong. All wrong. I couldn't believe it. And I took my time to look at this and investigate it and listen to the videos. And you know, it's really time consuming. I was there 2 hours. I kid you not. 2 hours listening to this person who has many videos. He was actually a follower. He used to, I hate that word, follower, but he used to follow the disclosure, and he was in Telegram and etc. And suddenly he turned, and all the things he says, all the proof that apparently he has, it's wrong. It's not even correct. He has the wrong information. He's missing a lot of information because he hasn't listened to all the videos. If you just listen to some of the videos, it feels weird. It's true. It feels weird. All this is just, you're like, I'm not sure. You have to listen to the videos, and you have to really listen. There is a lot of information, and it is impossible, I think. I believe it is impossible to have all this amazing information. And this is technical stuff. This is scientific stuff. With the scientific, the biological stuff, I understand it. That's my forte here. And I tell you, that is correct. I'm not an engineer, so anything about engineer, I cannot say, look, yeah, it's true. No, anything about too much mathematics, I cannot tell you. But mathematicians, engineers, they're like, yep, it's true. It's a lot of information for so many years they are bringing out. It's quite amazing. So that is a proof. To me, that is proof. Because if you compare that to society, to what they're teaching you, it's just, I mean, you just cannot compare. Of course not. Anyway, so that was the only time recently that I've looked at our channels or places that go against the Tagetans or against this information. I mean, it's fine if you have a different point of view. Yeah, but go and be happy with your own point of view. Why be so aggressive? Why take your time to be so aggressive? and make all these videos. Really time consuming. Seriously, all these people that go against it, the Taigetans, they do these videos, and to edit the videos, it's time consuming, which is, it transfers to money, because the times that you're being here, the time that all the time that you need to edit these videos, it means that you're not working and earning money. So where are they getting the money from? Are they doing it because they have this, I don't know why. I mean, why are they doing it? It makes no sense. Sometimes I'm thinking they're being paid, right? In some way, they're being paid. Anyway, okay. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about, the Orion, presence here on Earth. I don't know what's going on. The Orion Grays. Why are they here? Nobody knows. No one is understanding it. And Larry says, that I have this. Yeah, me too. I would like to know how this treaty will eventually affect our everyday lives and perceptions, and how soon. It's true. Me too. I wonder how all this is going to affect us, either positively or negatively. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'll leave it for that. This is a very short video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting with me. Appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts on what's going on with the Orion Grays, if you've heard anything else, I would love to know. I would love to know your thoughts and any information, additional information that you might have. So you can leave it in the comments and share with everyone. I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll say goodbye for now. See you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.